11
In this video, we're going to talk about basic calculus. And the topic is evaluating limits involving expressions sin x over x, 1 minus cosine x over x, e raised to x minus 1 over x using table of values. These are the expressions. We will now talk about the limit of sin x over x as x approaches to 0. We must make a table with x values approaching 0 from the left hand side to the right hand side. We need the calculator to do this. We need to substitute the x values to the given like this one. Therefore, getting the answer. As we can see, it approaches a certain number which is 1. Then the limit is 1. Next is the limit of 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches to 0. We need the calculator and a table of values. Then doing just the same as the other one, we get these values. Then the limit is 0. The next one is the limit of e raised to x minus 1 over x as x approaches to 0. We need the calculator and make a table. Therefore, getting these values, then the limit is 1.
I hope this has helped you understand how to evaluate limits involving these expressions. Next part of the video, Jan will discuss to you how to find the limit by using algebraic manipulations.
Hi guys, I'm Medina from 11 Ernest Rutherford, and today I'm going to show you how to get or evaluate the limit of a function involving the expressions sin of x over x, 1 minus cosine x over x, and e raised to x minus 1 over x using algebraic manipulations.
Start with this function sin of 3x over x. And to get the limit of this function, we cannot directly substitute because it will be 0 over 0. So the first thing you need to do is multiply the numerator and denominator by 3 to get 3x on the denominator. After that, you should be getting 3 times sine of 3x over 3x. Then separate the 3 from the numerator, then it will be 3 times sine of 3x over 3x is equal to 1. So we can get the limit of this function as x approaches 0. Since the limit of 3 is 3 and the limit of sine of 3x over 3x is 1, then the limit of 3 times 1 is 3. Next, let's try another one. Sine of x over 5x. For this one, you can do what we have done on the previous example, since it is almost the same. But in here, we first separate the numerical coefficient of the function. So 1/5 times sine of x over x, which is 1, and the answer is 1/5. So next we have 1 minus cosine of x over tangent of x. To get the limit of this function, we will use the identity 1 minus cosine of x over x, which is equal to 0. So first thing we have to do is separate the numerator and the denominator of the rational function, wherein there will be 1 over tangent of x times 1 minus cosine of x over 1. Then 1 minus cosine of x and 1 over tangent of x will be multiplied by x over x, so that the numerator and the denominator will be x. Then change tangent of x to one of the quotient identities, which is sin x over cosine x, and then the other one remains the same. Then to get the answer, we multiply the denominator of the denominator to the numerator and the denominator of the function. So we can have the answers in the calculator. Cosine of x is 1, x over sine of x is 1 and 1 minus cosine of x is 0, we can say that the limit of the function as x approaches 0 is 0. Next is e raised to 2x minus 1 all over 3x. So to find the limit of this function, we should have the algebraic manipulation of factoring, wherein e raised to 2x minus 1 is broken down into 2 e raised to x plus 1 and e raised to x minus 1. So we separated the numerator and the denominator of the function since it's multiplication. Then we have an identity earlier as discussed by Tyrone. E raised to x minus 1 over x is equal to 1. So we just multiply the equation or the function to that. So we have e raised to x plus 1. Substitute 0 on the function to get the limit. Then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 over 3. The answer is 2 over 3. So the limit of the function is 2 over 3 or 2/3.
I hope this has helped you understand how to evaluate limits involving these expressions by using table of values and algebraic manipulations.
Pause this video and try to answer the following items. After answering, resume the video and check your answers.